Kadeen, isn't it, Noreen?
Yeah.
And look at my doppelganger here. When us two are out, only trouble can ensue. But in all seriousness, Noreen, as you know, I've just spent the day down with the brilliant guys, the brilliant volunteers there at the Hold the Line, and I know they've been there and I know they've been there intermittently now for 2 years. And I just had my own little feedback, really, Noreen, on today's events, and I'm just wondering, what do you see, Noreen, now as some of the main topics that the volunteers need to get out, the local councillors need to get out to their constituents? What would you see as some of the main?
I'd say the main issue would be the local councillors not telling the truth about what's coming to this town. I mean, you see the local councillors in this area, but none of them are doing anything that's in their remit as a councillor for the people. They're all happy to go down and record themselves in different areas of the country and make out that they're doing great work, but they're absolutely doing nothing for the people of their community. For example, we have a resource centre here in Newbridge that needs extra funding to get a sensory room, and there's nobody helping for these people to get this sensory room. When we know we have in our estates, Lakeside, Dara Park and Highfield, we've got 1 in 4 houses who have disabled children, so they would definitely be beneficial for this sensory room, but we don't see any of our local councillors doing that. We don't see any of the local councillors talking about the community and development plan or the regional local development plans that's coming to this community as well, which entails it'll be the smart cities that's coming in where the lockdowns are coming back with the green zones. They're calling it all green coding now at the minute, but it's just backdoor wording. But these local councillors, these newly elected councillors as well, is what my main issue is, because they all come out and told the people that they, once elected, they would speak the truth, but they're not speaking the truth.
Absolutely.
All I see them doing is pushing more fear and more division and causing hate in this country, when it's not. That's not what they're about. They should be out helping the council, helping the local people, helping them with the communities, but none of them are doing that. They're not telling the people the truth, and I know they know about these plans because they've had meetings, they've had plenty of meetings. It's on the council website, so they're not speaking the truth. They need to come out and tell people what's coming to our communities, because it's coming here, folks. We're on the back door of the CDBC, and they're not speaking about this.
What's
either.
that, Noreen? Sorry,
that's the
just for
central
people.
bank digital currency. Now that's coming here. It'll be here in July. It should be here in 2026, but it's starting. The facial recognition is already here. You see the guards wearing them now, and they're not speaking about this either. Why are they not speaking about the guards again going to hire Muslim people? We have an Irish guard force who are now hiring non-nationals in our country, and we don't see any of the local councillors talking about this either. So I just want to know why our councillors are staying quiet on these topics. Instead, they're pushing the narrative of the division of it's us versus them. It's the people coming here, and it's the people that it's not the people. It's the people in power who have power of position who are not speaking on the truth. We need to really get the people to understand about these national and regional local development plans, and what's the other one as well? There's the community zoning. The community zoning now, that's where the government will have the right of the compulsive purchase order to come and buy your private land if it's for the betterment of the community.
So that would really affect farmers in the area and wonderful land here in Kildare.
The property, the government can come along now and say, well, this is for the betterment of the community because we need to build apartments on your land, so they're going to come and take this. And we've heard none of the local newly...
And Noreen, that's preliminary already in place in the government. Yeah, because I've said it to people and they say sort of more or less I'm nearly making it up.
No,
so
we can attach the document to this video
perfect.
so people can see it for themselves.
Thank you, Noreen.
It's already here and it's coming. It's already been done. It's started. Meath, Offaly and Kildare are the main things because they're the main cities that have been. Dublin as well.
Is Sligo? No, Sligo and not yet maybe.
Sligo, yeah. And there's another scheme as well which I'm kind of getting worried about, Adele. It's called the age-friendly.
Yeah, I'm very concerned with that one.
Age-friendly home sharing scheme. Now this scheme has started in Ireland in 2017. So it's not a new scheme, but again it's government with the backdoor policies tricking the people, because what they've done, it's for people at 55 and older, and it's for people who are 55 and over, and what they have done since 2017 is they've linked up people with mainly Irish, but now we see it's not Irish who are needing homes in this country, because we have IPAS. How many IPAS in this country now that need homes? Because it's only
Homes for All, Noreen, they're calling it in County Meath.
That's what it is.
They just won't explain what the all is.
Every county has signed up to this. Every 32 counties in Ireland has signed up to this. So this is where they're shared. They talk about the shared Ireland as well, because they're sharing with the North, because this is a plan that came from England. It stemmed from England.
Yes.
So it's not even an Irish plan. But in this plan now, this is a digital ID as well, because the people that are 55 and over have to sign in these forms, but it's a digital form. And if they don't sign this form and give all this information, they won't be allowed access services, which again, I can attach the document to show that this is on the document and what it says.
Perfect, Noreen.
So my concern with this phase 2 that's been initiated now, it's already Castlefen here in Sallins, County Kildare, is the first ever community estate that actually is an age-friendly community estate.
And would the local TDs know about this, Noreen.
Know
right.
about
Are they're sort of suggesting it, and I know they are in County Meath already. It's sort of slyly coming into conversation.
100%, because they're all being given their paychecks, and they're all given their raise as well, Adele. Don't forget they were given a pay raise 2 weeks ago, because they know phase 2 of all these plans are being implemented now. And my fear about phase 2 is if you sign up to this plan, you're being basically told, we're going to set you up with someone who's going to fit your needs, who can help you with your home, do the clean and bring you to where you need to
right.
go.
It was very generous of them. Very kind.
They make it. They sell it perfectly. Like, and these are vulnerable people who are living alone, who would need assistance in their home. But what they're not telling people is the IPAS are currently being given programs, which are government taxpayer funded as well. They're being sent on programs to be trained to be home carers.
Oh, okay. So it's all slotting in, because we have people, particularly at Wake Up Air, people who are saying to us, what he is doing, all these things are all over. Scamdemic is over, Vax is over, everything's over. But what they're not getting, and you've really reiterated really powerfully here today, how every single thing, Noreen, is interconnected to everything else. And myself, yourself, you and Stephen Lloyd, really, we uncovered the Dermot Bannon scheme and, Grab Your Granny's House. So, everything is, and I just leave the final word to Noreen, because you know what, she is one of the absolute unsung heroes. Well, she is. Look, it's not a mutual admiration society, but I can honestly say that Noreen has just put so much work into everything, and people really, really need to give her work attention that they need. She doesn't need it, because she knows it. So it's been very enlightening, I have to say, Noreen, coming down to Newbridge today. It's been really enlightening in so many ways, and I'm absolutely delighted to talk to you. As you know, the terrible twosome are out. Noreen, your final words really to any of the politicians or to anybody listening.
Just about another thing about the age-friendly home scheme is the government got all their data through the what's the forms we have to fill in from
the census forms. Sorry,
that's what you saw in Dublin a few weeks ago. Guards were going to the doors of people who didn't fill in the census forms. Now, Meath is a huge concern, because they already have 9 houses signed up for this scheme in Meath.
Wow.
Now, these are people obviously living at home and their own elderly. What my concern is, these people are not going to have a choice about who's put into their house. And if they don't give this information, they're not going to be allowed access services. So it's backdoor digital policy.
Right.
It's all of these things. I really am asking all the newly elected councillors, especially all you little parasites who have now stayed silent for your paycheck. Ye all promised the people on the streets of our towns that you would come out and you would speak the truth.
And including the vaccine, Noreen, because we have to, people know I'm never going to mention the vaccine.
The amount of people that are dropping it and died suddenly. This never happened before 2021, before the rollout of this bioweapon, because it was a bioweapon.
Absolutely.
We know it's not a vaccine. Now, all vaccines have dangerous issues. I won't get into that again.
No.
But I'd stick to the one with the COVID-19. They told everybody it was safe and effective. Now, safe and effective, them 2 words have now gone from died suddenly. We don't hear any of the people in the newly elected councillors speaking about any of these things. My issue with all of you is you've took your paycheck and stayed quiet, and all you seem to focus on is immigration. Immigration is a distraction in this country while they bring us in the back door of legislation and change all these. Look at what's happening in our country right now. The legislation is currently being changed again in April, and this is where people are going to see that they've no choice in their homes anymore. They'll have no say, because legislation is being done, and once it's legalised, people have no say. So I'm asking the newly elected councillors to get up and speak the truth, because I know you have sat and had meetings about all of these programmes, but you're not telling anyone about the regional development programme, the community development programme, and the community zoning. They're the 3 things you need to start getting out to your communities, because people need to understand how much of the deception and the government are actually bringing to their doors. So lads, get your feet on the roads, start knocking on the doors like you did when you were looking for your votes, and tell the people the truth. Stop hiding behind your paychecks and your cameras thinking you're making a difference, speaking about immigration, because immigration is the distraction to distract the Irish while we're brought into this backdoor agenda. So lads, start stepping up, because I'm just disgusted with all of you.
And thank you, Noreen, and I just personally want to endorse whatever Noreen is saying there, and she can say it so much better than me. This woman is just a wealth of knowledge that, we're in the shadows compared to her. So look, we're going to, from the lovely Cadian Hotel, look at the wonderful country. Just look at the wonderful country that we have, and we're handing it over, Noreen. We're just handing it over willy-nilly. So look, from me,